Hello guys, welcome to today's tutorial. In this tutorial today, we are going to be creating a tech blog with affiliate option. But if you want to create any kind of blog, this video is also useful for you because the difference is just going to be the content of the blog. So you can see it right here. The categories I have here, they are tech news and industry updates, gadget and consumer tech reviews, software and app tutorials, and the rest. So everything you are seeing right here, they are about tech. And I've nicely arranged this post right here. You can see the section 1, you can see also section 2, you can see section 3. And right here, if you are a tech person and you are trying to build a brand, you can put all the services you render here. You can see web technology, top product, web development services. So if you are a tech person and you're trying to build a brand, you can use this section to explain what you do as a tech person. And also, if you sell gadgets or you are an affiliate marketer in terms of tech or any kind of affiliate marketing you do, you can use this section to showcase your product, and you can use this and this to list the feature of the product you are trying to sell to people. So you can see right here, I put this topic here. We chose this phone for you. So on clicking on this image, it will redirect the person to buy the product that you are selling. Okay, and right here I have a slider image, and right here I continue with the post because this is a blog actually. So people want to read different posts, of course, and you don't have to make it to look like an e-commerce website. So it has to be a blog, but you can market your product as an affiliate marketer on the blog, because the main reason of creating a blog is to make money. And also this section, I created a section for you to run a promo, for instance. So you can see buy and win a gift. So if you want to run a promo just to sell your product, you can also use this section to do that. And I continue with the post right here. You can see gadgets and tech reviews. Then lastly, the footer. All right, so the step we are supposed to take in creating this blog is to buy our domain name, buy a hosting plan, and install WordPress. Then we start customizing our theme and installing our plugin. But in this tutorial, I'm assuming that you are an intermediate level who want to know how to create a blog. But if you want to learn from scratch how to use WordPress to create any kind of website, I have a tutorial that takes care of that. It will take you from beginner level to the advanced level. So you will know how to buy a domain name, how to buy hosting plan, how to install WordPress, and create a blog in the process. So it is a full practical course. Now, if you want to access this course, it is free of charge. You can click on the title of the channel from the video you are watching right now. So after this video, you can click on this title right here. Then it will land you on my channel homepage. Then you can click on playlist right here. So you can see home, video, short, playlist. So click on the playlist. You will see this playlist right here. Learn how to create WordPress website in 2025. Then if you click on it, you will see all videos that I've created in that playlist. So I broke it down. It is a step-by-step tutorial on how to use WordPress to create any kind of website you want to create. You can see it right here. Introduction to blog/web development. What is domain name and hosting plan? How to buy domain name and hosting plan. Now, if you don't want to buy domain name and hosting plan, you just want it to be 100% free. You want to start learning how to use WordPress from your local host, meaning installing WordPress on your computer. It will cost you nothing. You are not going to buy anything. Then you can watch my tutorial right here, how to install WordPress on local host with XAMPP. That is if you don't want to buy domain name and hosting plan. All right, having done that, let's go back to the tutorial for today. So in this tutorial, you are going to be learning how everything is done here. You can see we have the top bar, we have the logo, we have this image right here for adverts, because if you are running a blog and people contact you to place adverts, you can use this section to place adverts. And we have our categories of posts nicely arranged here with our description. Okay, right here we have the first section, we have the second section, we have the third section, as I've explained earlier on. So what exactly do we need to do? I'm going to start it afresh. So I've installed a new WordPress. So let me refresh this page. So you can see that nothing is here right now. Nothing, absolutely nothing is here. So we are going to start from the scratch. So the first thing we are going to do is to install our theme, and we are going to install necessary plugins. If you watch that course I've told you earlier, so if you watch this course, you will know anatomy of a web page, you will know how to buy domain name, how to buy hosting plan. You will also understand what is theme and what is plugin. But in a nutshell, your theme is what determines the look of your website. It determines the layout of your website. So you can see it right here. This is just the new installation I did, and with the theme you can see what we have. The difference between this and this is the theme. So you can see that the design here is different from what we have here. So the difference is theme. Now we have themes. There are very many when it comes to WordPress, and we have the free ones and we have the premium ones. Now if you go under appearance and click on theme, then you are going to see what we have here. You can see active 2025 theme, 2024 and 2023. So we have these three themes installed, but the very first theme on the list is the active one. That simply means this is the theme that we have right here that is active. So if I click on activate right here, and this theme is activated, if I go to the front end again and refresh, you will see that it is going to change look right here. So you can see that the look has changed. So the theme determines how your blog or your website looks like. So we are going to install the theme that we are going to be using for this tutorial. So I'm going to click on add theme. Now we have different themes for different kinds of websites. For blog, for e-commerce websites, for enterprise websites, we have different kinds of theme. Now for blog, if you want to search for theme, you can use keywords to search. You can use keywords like blog, you can use keywords like magazine, you can use keywords like news to search for blog themes. So right here, the name of the theme we are going to be using is News Byte. So if I type news here, it is likely that it brings it out for me. So if you type news, you are going to see different themes that has to do with blogging. And of course, there are so many themes that has to do with news. So you can see post news, early news, detailed news, but the one we are looking for is News Byte. So let us just type it so that we will not waste time. News Byte. Okay, so we have it right here. You can see it, magazine News Byte. So I'm going to click on install to install the theme. So the theme is installing right here. Don't forget, from the front end, this is what we have for now. Now, after installing the theme and activate the theme, then you are going to see this front end is going to change its look. All right, this theme has been installed. Now, if I refresh the front end, you can see nothing changes for now because I've not activated this theme. So I'm going to click on activate. As usual, the first theme on the list is always the active one. So you can see magazine News Byte is the first one on the list, which means it is the active one. So let me come back to the front end and refresh and see what happens. Now you can see we have not done anything on this blog. What we have just simply done is just to install this theme, and you can see that the look has changed already. Now we want to move from this to this. We want to be able to do this in the shortest possible time that we can do it. So now, how do we locate all these sections that are here? They are simple to locate, but for us to work in a very simpler way, we are going to install our demo content. So I go back to the theme, and the theme is recommending that I install Kit, but we are going to install that while we are trying to import our demo content. So we want to install our demo content now. I will click on import demo content. Okay, so after clicking on import demo content, you can see what we have here. We have install and activate, that is highly recommended plugin, which is Kit. So I'm going to do that first. Then another thing is, if you want to create a contact form on your blog, you install contact form 7. Then we install this breadcrumb navxt WooCommerce. That is if you want to include WooCommerce on your blog. But for now, I think what we need really is just this rootkit and this for breadcrumb. If you take my course on WordPress, you would by now know what is breadcrumb. So I'm going to install and activate that plugin also. Then I'm going to click on import demo. Before you click on import demo, make sure that these three tabs are turned on to import the post, the pages, the categories, the menu, the images, etc. Then customization and the widget. Okay, so I'm going to click on import demo. Then it pops up that the import process automatically fetch the required files and image and all. Okay, then start import. So now it is importing and it takes a while to import according to the fastness of your network. Okay, now we have the demo content imported. You can see all done. Now we can come back to the blog and refresh the blog so that we can see what we have from that demo import. All right, good. So we have this from the demo import. You can see it is almost looking like this. So if you want to create your blog in a very short possible time, so you can use the demo content. What the demo content helps you to do is to give you these possible sections of the theme so that you will not need to be stressing yourself to be looking for the sections. So you have this now, and what you just have to do here is to do some customization and change the content. So you can see the demo content. Of course, they are not what you want. So you can see journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step and all those. So you can delete all this content and replace with your content. Then if there's any section you don't want, you can remove the section, and you can see here I replace that image with this phone. So what I'm going to teach you now, one, I'm going to teach you how to replace all this content and how to edit the sections. Okay, so let's go now. The first thing we are going to do here is to go to customization. So under appearance, we are going to come under customize. Then I love to right click and open in a new tab so that I can still retain this dashboard. So we are under customization now. If you take note, you can see this pencil icon here. So if you click on it, it will take you to where you can edit this section. So if I click on this, it will take me to where I can edit this section. But that is not what I want to do right now. What I want to do is to teach you how to work with these sections. Now, if you go to the home page, we can see section A, section B, section C. Now in section A now, we have a column to the left and we have a column to the right. But in section B, we have three columns. You can see sample category, that is a column, another sample category, that is another column, and stay connected is another column. Now, if you want to determine how many columns you have here, you want to determine the layout of each section, what you have to do is to come under customization and come to the front page modules. So you can see it right here, front page module. So if I click on it, you can see widget area A, widget area B, widget area C, widget area D, widget area E, F, G, and O. Now, if you want to see these widgets also, where you need to come is this. You need to come under widgets. Okay, initially we came under customize, now we are coming under widgets. So the widget and the customize tab, they are working hand in hand in this case. In the widget area now, we have this. You can see front page, widget area A left, widget area A right, which is this. Widget area A left, widget area A right. That simply means we have two columns here. Now, if I go to the customization tab and click on this drop down arrow on widget area A, you can see 66-33. That is 66% to 33%. So you can see it, the left is wider than the right. So the left is 63 and the right column is 33. So you can decide to change the columns. So if I change it to 33, 33, 33, for instance, and publish, if I come to the front end again and refresh, you can now see that we now have equal 3 columns. So we have column to the left, we have to the middle, and we have to the right. So the right one is blank because we have not put anything there. Now, if you come to the widget, we have widget area left and right. Okay. Now we have changed it to 3 columns. So let us refresh by clicking on the widget again. Now, on the widget area here now, we now have widget area A left, widget area A center, and widget area A right. So what I'm trying to say in a nutshell is that whatever column you choose here is what you have here for the widget, because it is in the widget that you are going to put your content. Now, you can see for the widget area left now, we have a content which is post grid, and this is it right here. And to the middle widget area A center, we have sample category post, of course, which is it right here, sample category post. Then in the right widget area A, we have nothing, and of course we have nothing right here. Now, if I want to add a widget to this widget area A right, I can simply come here. Let me look for this post list and click on widget area A right. Widget area A right, you can see it front page, widget area A right, and click on add widget. Okay, so you can see it right here, widget area A right, and we have the widget added. Then you can choose the way you want the post to appear. Then you can give it a title. So let me say this is a new post list, and then I scroll to click on save. Okay, right here, if I refresh this home page, now you can see that we now have additional posts on the next column. Okay, so that is how to do that. So to take a recap, you can come here to change the layout of each sections here. Then you go to the widgets to add whatever you want to add. So I want to return this to 6633. Okay, so I just want it to be 2 columns the way it was originally. Okay, so if I refresh this, of course, I now have 2 columns, 63%, 33%. Now, let us go back to the widget area properly and analyze that front end. Now, in the front end, you can see we have primary sidebar, and we have search, HK about profile, gallery, HK both design language, call to action, social icon. So our primary sidebar is when you click a post. So let me click on a post right here. So you can see we have the main content here, and we have the sidebar. So we have the search, which is right here. We have about profile, which is right here. You can see about the author of the blog, and we have gallery, we have post list, we have call to action, and we have social icon. You can see it right here, the post, the call to action, and the social icon. So whatever you need to change in this theme, you can have it in the widget right here. Then we have the secondary sidebar, which is not active on this block. The secondary sidebar is supposed to be by the left, but in our layout, we have chosen only one sidebar. Okay, then moving on, we have top bar left, and we have navigation menu, we have HK announce, HK announce, HK announce, top bar left. So we come here, you can see the menu, you can see the social icon, you can see this also, and you can see these ticking stuff, and you can see this text that is moving. So we have it right here. You can see announce, you can see F, that is for Facebook, which is this icon right here. Okay, so I'm going to remove the navigation menu because we don't want it there. Okay, so let me refresh again. Okay, you can see that the menu at the top has been removed. So we now have this and this. Okay, and which, if you want to remove them, of course they are here for you, top bar left. Okay, then the top bar right, what do we have there? We have the social icon and the ticker, and of course this is the social icon right here, and this is the ticker, this text that is moving. And how do you change them? You can decide to click on it and then delete. If you delete it, it will live there. Then also, if you click on this icon, you can decide to choose another one. You can choose TikTok, Trello, Telegram, then you put your link there. So for instance, you want to put Twitter, you put your link to the Twitter and here. And the same thing applies to all other icons here. So you can add as many as possible icons according to the number of the social media handle that you have. And that is that. And you can see either side we have image, which is this, and the menu side also we have navigation menu, we have icon and search. So we have this icon here, which is for e-commerce. So let's remove that icon because we don't need it. So I'm going to remove this. I will delete it. I'm going to leave this search bar, and I'm going to leave this menu because we are going to be needing that menu, but we are going to create another one. So we have removed that icon. Okay, I think we should remove this also. Let's remove this. We'll create it later and add it. So we are the navigation menu also. We want to delete it. Okay, so we are deleting that. Let's refresh. Okay, so this is what we have now, and we are going to change these items to categories later. So we are done with the upper section of this blog. Now let us see how we can create categories and how we can create our post. So all these, they are posts. Let me go to the home page. So on the home page, all these text you are seeing, they are posts. If I click on them, you can read the post. In your blog, you need to arrange your post in categories. For instance, you are dealing on tech, like what I have here. You may be talking about tech news. You may be talking about computers. You may be talking about networking. You may be talking about AI. So you need to arrange your post in categories. So let's go and do that. So if I come back to my dashboard, under post right here, I'm going to click on categories. Okay, so under categories, let me just do something simple. So I'm going to edit this sample category and I'm going to change it to computers. Then I'm going to remove this slug because the slug is going to generate automatically as soon as I update. Then I can put brief description of the category. Okay, I can say this is about computer hardware. Then you can choose image if you want to use an image. Then I'm going to click on update. Good. Then I'm going to go back to the category. Then you can see computers. Then this uncategorized is always by default there. So let me change that to artificial intelligence. Okay. Then I'm going to remove this slug and then I'm going to click on update. Then I'm going to go back to the category again. And then you can see it right here that the slug is being created automatically. Okay, so all you have to do is to put the category name and then put your description. I didn't put description in artificial intelligence. So we have three categories here. We have artificial intelligence, computer, and WordPress post. So that is how to create your category. You can see it right here, add category. So for instance, I want to create a new category because I edited those ones earlier. So if I want to create a new category, I can say tech news. Then I will say all news about tech. Then I'm going to click on add category. So you can see it right here. We now have 4 categories. Good. So let's go back to our post. We can now click on all posts. So we have posts that came with our demo installation. So what we are supposed to do is just to check all of them and click on bulk action and move to trash and apply so that it can delete everything. But the process of creating posts in this tutorial is going to be long, because if I have to create like 20 posts, for instance, of course the video will be long. So I'm going to retain all these posts, but what I'm going to do right now is that I will teach you how to create a post, and you can replicate the same to create as many as possible posts that you want to create. So what I'm going to do is to click on add post. So I'm going to open that in another tab. I'm opening in another tab so that I can retain this dashboard. So this is the environment where I can add posts. Now look at something here. I can add my title here and add my post right here. And if you come to the right hand side here, you can see block and you can see post. So if you click on post, you are going to see all the categories that we have created. And from here, you can add category also. So I want to assign this post to category because, like I said, all the posts in our blog should be arranged under categories. Okay, so we have artificial intelligence and computer, and we have tech news and WordPress post. Okay, so I want to click on computers. I'm choosing computers as our category for this post. So if you want to get posts, for instance, you are not a writer, you don't write on your own, you can go online and search for PLR articles. Okay, private label right articles. They are articles that you can use free of charge without copyright. So you can see it right here. You can see killer PLR article, plr.me. There are many. Okay, so it's just to check your own niche. What I mean by niche is the broad topic. So if you are into tech, you can search for tech. If you are into health management, you post about it, then you can go online, search for PLR article about it. But for this video, I want to go for tech post. So we have this environment, and you can see PLR articles categories: entertainment, business, economy, computer, technology, education, references, food and beverages. So there is no category that you need here that you are not going to see. So we can click here to browse for more categories. So you can see they sectioned it for you to click on. You can copy and edit and use it on your blog. Okay, but without stress, let me just go back to this place and click. This is the one I created that I showed you the demo. So what I'm going to do is just to copy what I'm having here. So let me just say 5 tips for buying accounting software. So I'm going to put the title here. Then I'm going to go again and copy the post. So what I'm just doing right now is to teach you how to create your post. So I'm going to click on this, type to choose a blog. Then I'm going to Ctrl V to paste what I've copied. So I have it right here. Now you can see this image right here. You can see this image. So I'm going to choose an image. So to choose an image, you come under post and you click on set feature image. Now these images you are seeing right here, they are the images that are imported from the demo content. So if you don't need them, you can delete all of them because you may not be needing them. So I want to use another image that is not yet here. Now to get free images also, you can use pixabay.com. So whatever image you download from pixabay.com, they are free of copyright. They are free for you to use. So you can use pixabay.com or pexels.com. So I've downloaded some images already, but for instance, I want to search for computers. Then it is going to give me computer related images. So you can see them right here. So you can download any image here and use it on your blog. And of course, if you are creating content about it, for instance, whatever image you are looking for, search and download. Okay, so I have some images already that I want to use on this blog. So I'm going to click on upload files. Okay, then I'm going to click on select. Then I'll come under downloads because that is where my images are. Okay, so you can see it right here. Let me just choose this image right here. I'm just choosing any random image for now anyway. So I'm going to click on set feature image. Okay, so we have the title, we have the text, and we have the image. Then I'm going to click on publish. Now I can click on view post. Good. So you can see it right here. I have the image, I have the title, and I have the post. And on the sidebar, we have whatever we have put there. Okay. Now, for each post you create, you are going to see your sidebar. So if I go back to the home page right now, you can see the post 5 tips for buying accounting software that I just created right now. Don't forget that we put it under the category of computers. So if I come back here and click on this post, you can see the category also by admin, the date it is posted, and of course in computers. So because I chose the category of computers. Okay, so that is how to create your post, and that is how to assign your post to categories. So let me close this tab. Now let us assume that you have created all posts. Let me refresh this page, all posts. Good. So you can see the post we just created, 5 tips for buying accounting software. Okay, so this one, hello world, let me just trash this. I want to delete that. We don't need it. Now we have other posts that were imported through demo content. Now you can edit this post, put your own title and your own content. You can also decide to delete all of them and start afresh. Now we have this post, and if you want to create even 1,000 posts, this is how you create it. Now let us go back to our appearance, and under widgets, that is where we can change the look of our website. Now it is assumed that we have created all our posts, and we have created all the categories we want to arrange our post, and we have created our post and assigned it to category. So what you do first is to create your categories before you create your post, because in the process of creating your post, that is when you are going to add to category. Okay, so we have this environment back, like I've explained earlier. So let's do something here. You can change the layout, like I said earlier. You can turn 2 columns to 3 columns and all. Okay, so let's assume that everything here is fine, but let's come to this section and we want to change this image. How do we get this image? So let's just look for the widgets. Let's look for the widgets. Of course, on the area G now, we have the call to action, work for news byte. Let us go and look for that. Okay, work for news byte. That is that. That means where we want to edit is 2 sections before news byte. Okay, so we have that on G. The section before it is F. Okay, and the one we are going should be E. Okay, so you can see it right here. We have widget area E, left, center, and right. And this is it right here, right, center, and right. Okay, so in the middle we have image. So we go and then we come to the center and click on replace image. Okay, so we can put any image of our choice there. So I'm going to click on upload and click on select file, then choose this phone. Then I'm going to click on add to widgets. Now this image, of course, if you are clicking on it, is not going to go to anywhere. So for instance, you are trying to sell this phone. As an affiliate marketer, you can easily copy the link and put it here. So link to. Now if I come to the home page, if I come here, you can see this cursor is not changing because there's no link. So if I come here, for now I don't have a link, but let me just put hash. Hash means linked to nowhere. So if I click on save and come to home page and refresh, then you can see that we now have the image of this phone. So now you can also change all these items here to the features of this phone, because you are trying to market this phone. So this is this left side, middle, and right. So if I come back to the widget, we are on widget area E center. So if I want to change this text, I'm going to come to widget area E left. Okay, so you can see it right here, HK content block. So I want to give it a title. I want to say buy from us. Okay, so number of column is just one. Then you can see content box. So if I click on this drop down, we create design that works. You can change it to any feature of that phone and write briefly here. So you can determine how many content box you want there. For now, we have 4, but I can decide to remove 1. I can also decide to add more. Okay, so I'm going to click on save. And if I come to the front page now, if I refresh, you will see our title will appear here. So you can see it right here, buy from us. So with this idea, you should know how to remove or change any content on this page. The idea is this. This is section A, this is section B, this is section C, this is section D, and they are all here controlled by the widgets. You can see widget area C, widget area B, widget area D, E, and so on. Now we have the widget and we have the content on the widget already. That is what we have been modifying. What if we want to add another widget to this widget area? Now let's look for where to add this. Now in this post carousel, we can see this text here is saying premium. So the widget they added here is from a premium theme. That means this theme has premium version. If you want to buy it, if you are installing the premium version and you import the demo content, then you will have what is supposed to be here. But since we are using free version now, we need to change what is here. We need to add another one. So the next section to this place, now let us go and look for it. Before it was E, that place should be F, I think. Okay, image slider content, then it should be F to the right. Okay, so we have it right here, F to the left and F to the right column. So let's go and remove this. So you can see the text here. So let us delete it and let us go to the front end and see what we have. Okay, so we have that widget empty now. So let us add something to the place. So we have, let us minimize this. So we have front page, widget area F right. So what do we want to add? We want to add a post list, for instance. So I'm going to click on post list and look for widget area F right. So I'm looking for widget area F right. Widget area F right. So you can see it. This is left, this is right. So I'm going to click on it and add widget. Good. So I can decide to say latest post, for instance. Then I will choose the layout of the post and then what category do I want to display? I may want to display only the category that has to do with computers. Okay, so I've only added one post to computers. So if I click on it, computers, so let me change this also to computers so that people will know that, okay, this category is for computers. So I'm going to click on save. And of course, there are other things that you can do here. Number of columns that will show, number of posts that you want to show, and all. So you can take your time and customize each widget to suit what you want. So I'm going back to the home page now and I want to refresh. So right here, you can see this is the post I added to computers and it is showing 5 tips for buying accounting software. So now after importing the demo content, you can change whatever you want to change from here. And here on the demo website I created earlier, you can see that I put an image down and you can see what I did. So it is not far-fetched. It is easier to do. You can see it is just the column that is following this one that we edited. So let's go back to the widget. Of course, we have widget F and that should be widget G. And you can see that widget G area is not having left, it's not having right, it's just one. So if I click on it, work for news bites, I can say buy and win promo. Then I can easily click on save. That is widget area G. So if I come to the home page and refresh, You can see what we have: buy and win promo. And for each section in this theme, you can add background image, but the background image is not added through the widget. It is added through customization tab. Okay, so I'm going to go back to our front page module. And of course, I'll go to area widget G, and then you can see module background. So if I click on it, I can decide to put any image there. So you can see change image. Then I can decide to put, let's say I want to put this camera. I can decide to put this camera and choose image. Then I'll publish. So if I come back to the home page and refresh, you can see that camera is now there. Okay. And another thing is that whatever section you don't want to see here, maybe when you imported your demo content, you don't want to see more than like 3 sections, you can come to the customization tab and click on this eye. Okay, so you can see this eye. If I click on it, it will deactivate that section. So I've deactivated section G now. If I publish it and come back to the home page and refresh, section G should be that place we put an image. So you can see that image section is gone. Okay, so let me come back to the customization tab and activate it again and publish. So you will see the image will come back. So I'm going to refresh right here. Then we have buy and win promo section back. Having done that, now we need to arrange our categories nicely in this menu right here. So you can see that this menu is not created by us. So we are going to go to our dashboard again and come under appearance and click on menu. Good. All what we are having here are what we have here. Okay, so what we want to do, we want to delete what we have here. So let us just click on delete menu and delete it at once. All right, so and we want to delete this menu also. We don't need it. Good. So let's come back to the home page and refresh. Now we have no menu for now. Now what we need to do is to create a new menu and arrange our categories in menu. So we are going to click on create a new menu. Then we can name it anything. We can say main menu. Then we want it to display on the primary menu. Don't forget that initially we have this place as our primary menu and we have the top bar menu. Okay, initially when we installed our demo content, of course we had menu up and down. We deleted them, so we can add it to primary menu and click on create menu. So we have our menu now, so we can come under category here. Then you click on view all. Then you see all the categories that we have created. So you see it right here. Then you click on add to menu. Okay, then I'm going to click on save menu. Okay, so if I come to the front end right now and refresh, then I have artificial intelligence, computers, tech news, WordPress post. I have all the categories that we have created. Now we need to, of course, have home page there. So we come back to the menu and click on view all and click on home page and add to menu. So our home page should be the first on the list. Then I'm going to click on save menu. Then I'll come back to the front end and refresh it. So we have home page, artificial intelligence, computer. So if I click on computers, for instance, I'm going to see all the posts that I've created that are related to computer. So you can see them right here. Now let me go back to the home page. Now the idea behind everything we have done in this video is that you buy your domain name, install your WordPress, and if you don't want to buy domain name, you don't want to buy hosting plan, you can install your WordPress locally through my video that I've shown to you earlier. Then after that, import your demo content. After importing your demo content, create your post. You can delete all the posts that came with the demo content, create your own post, create your category. Make sure you create your category first. because you are going to be assigning those categories to your post when you create your post. And then everything in the front end is controlled through the widgets area. So when you come under widgets area, you will see all the widgets area that you can work with, because everything here are widgets. All right, if you are coming across my video for the first time, please subscribe to this channel and turn on notification bell. And if you want me to create a content, maybe a kind of a website that you have been longing to see, you can drop it in the comment section below. Then I'm going to get that done for you. And if you want my service as a website developer, you can reach me through the email that is popping up on your screen right now. Then we can have a good deal. All right, I'm going to see you in my next video. Till then, happy learning.